As you may notice, it seems like I took a break for a while and thus not publishing any project. Well, the reason is this. I was working on many projects, but all of them were abandoned, and I'm going to talk about them in this video. The first one I'm going to talk about is the Mulan QuickTime event project. The project was fully made when I realized something. Each time I uploaded the previews of the game, I always received a copyright thing on YouTube, which means that if I uploaded a game which contains the whole film with a bunch of circles on it, I could have legal problems for basically bootlegging the whole movie, and thus the project was quickly abandoned. The second one is the .NET port of Aladdin Activity Center. For those who were born after the 90s, it was a PC game that allowed you to do all sorts of things, like, for example, activities. I actually forgot why I abandoned it, but I can show you some of its assets right now. The third one will be the dating simulator project. This game will be a boring Clannad clone made in C#, so nothing interesting to say about it. But even though there's nothing to say about it, I can tell you exactly why this game was cancelled. At the time that I started making this project, a borderline World War III conflict erupted between Palestine and Israel. And when I watched the documentary Gaza Fights for Freedom while coding the main menu, I wanted to do something about it. Here's what I did. When the program started, it immediately checks the player's operating system language. If it was anything but Hebrew, the game would just run normally. But if it was in Hebrew, the Israeli language, the program would just be stuck in a black screen for a while and will create a file called palestinemsg.mp4, and they play it, thus blocking the whole game for that player. The only thing that the player could do in this screen was shutting down the game. Yeah, since the file was stored in the program itself, ciphered, so any attempts to remove it will be near impossible. After I showed this to some people, they actually told me to remove it since it would, and I quote, make the Israeli nationalists proud of themselves. Not wanting to get political in any shape or form, I simply abandoned the whole project. These were the biggest ones. Now, I will show you all the other cancelled projects very quickly with music. Let's go! so now I'm going to talk about some of the projects that I'm currently working on. And as you can see, I'm actually working on a massive update of the online game Find the Crystal Ball. It will be the version 1.0. The current version of the game that is published and that you can basically play is just the beta version. There's a number of glitches and stuff, and it was boring. Now, as you can see, we have a pretty background. Yeah, I should fix that too. We have stylized interface. Here is the main score. Here is the button for creating levels and playing the game. Here is the Dragon Ball counter. Here, well, it's the same thing, which is the main part of the game. And there is something I added is sound. There is sound now in the game. So there is that. There is also this. This is the background music button. Now it's deactivated, so there is no background music. But if I click on it, it should make some music. Okay, that's nice. If we click here again, it will play another song. Well, it won't work. Well, that's pretty interesting. Now it's not playing at all. Okay, this is another fix I should do. Well, let me write this down. Fixing the random generated BGM. I'll go. Okay. That is pretty weird. The game is the same. As you can see, the graphical engine that I built from scratch has actually improved, but I still have to fix some issues. Like, yeah, here you can see, here it says there is some crystal balls here, same to here, but when I go here, it doesn't show me. Yeah, now it shows me. Yeah, that is pretty weird. I also improved the, as I'm speaking about collisions, there's glitches. Like I was practically on the crystal ball and it didn't collect. So, yeah, here is the last part. Now, where is it? Okay, it's here. Okay, let's go to the next one. Now, here's the second project that I'm currently working on, which is sort of like online. Let's see. The connection has been refused. Where is it? Huh? Okay, I just didn't activate all the things needed. Oops. Okay, now it should work. Voila. It will be sort of how can I explain this? It will be a template in order to create a web interface for your media station, and here you could finding media. When you press enter, Well, now it shows nothing because I'm currently working on the database type stuff. And yeah, it will basically work like a search engine. Like you can search an anime or movie or any type of media that you stored on the on your own server, and you could play them streaming or download, and it will be fully customizable since it will just be a template. So yeah, let's go to the next one. Here is the the most complicated project that I'm currently working on. It's basically like a program that will test the whole overall PC hardware thing. One day I was on YouTube and I saw this thing called SNES hardware testing program, which was a SNES ROM that is mainly used for checking whether there is hardware issues on the Super Nintendo console or not. And I was like, you know what? Let's do the same for the PC. So let me show you the whole program. So I just type this. Okay. So here's the intro. Well, the intro with big colon marks since it only shows press any key to start Ryuguu PC tester. So I'm going to press any key. This will be the main menu. Here is the name of project made by blah 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 blah. And here will be the test. There will be the keyboard, RAM, monitor, and the speaker. I should also put a mouse tester here. And what I plan to do is that the program will read a key input, and following the number that I'm pressing, it will take me to the test, which is put together with the number. Now, as you can see, nothing works. I should figure out on how to make a sort of assembly copy of console.read key in C#. Okay, let's go to the next one. Now here's another project that I'm working on too, but all I can show you is like the code here, but I can't show you the game because there are some compiling issues and I have to look for the bug. So let's compile it. Yeah, see, there's this kind of issue here. This will be a typing speed game. This game will load all the words on the, you guessed it, words.txt, and the goal of the game is typing all of these words the fast as you can. Or should I say as fast as you can. So yeah, there is that. Okay, since I can't say more, let's go to the next one. Now this is a very quick project that I'm currently working since yesterday, and you know what? I'm not going to say anything. But trust me, it will be a fun one. Okay, so that's basically it. That's all I'm going to show you. I'm not going to spoil you too much on the works that I'm currently working on. So, peace.